Urgent breaking news for all Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefit recipients. What I'm about to share could dramatically change your financial situation in just a matter of weeks. The House Speaker has scheduled a critical vote that would approve unprecedented 2,780 monthly payments for millions of Americans, with distributions set to begin as early as May 15th. Yes, you heard that correctly. $2,780 every single month, potentially coming to your account starting next month. This is the financial breakthrough that so many of you have been desperately waiting for during these challenging economic times. Could you be among the millions who qualify for this life-changing increase? What would an extra $2,780 per month mean for your household budget and financial security? Before I dive into all the specific details about this groundbreaking development, including exactly who qualifies, how the application process works, and what you need to do right now to ensure you don't miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most current, accurate information about Social Security benefits, payment increases, and financial assistance programs the moment they're announced. We work around the clock to ensure you never miss critical updates that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. Subscribe now so you don't miss a single update about this historic payment increase that could begin hitting accounts in just weeks. Let's get right into the details of this breaking news. According to highly reliable sources within Washington, the House Speaker has finally scheduled the long-awaited vote on the Comprehensive Benefits Adjustment Act, legislation that would authorize unprecedented increases to monthly benefit payments for qualifying Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefit recipients. After months of behind-the-scenes negotiations and advocacy from senior and disability rights organizations, this bill has moved to the front of the legislative calendar with a vote scheduled for next week. If passed as expected, the legislation would trigger immediate implementation, with the first enhanced payments of $2,780 beginning on May 15th. Yes, just weeks from now. What makes this development particularly significant is the size of the monthly payment increase. The $2,780 figure represents the most substantial adjustment to benefit payments in decades, far exceeding typical annual cost of living adjustments. This dramatic increase reflects growing recognition among lawmakers that current benefit levels have failed to keep pace with the actual expenses faced by seniors, disabled Americans, and veterans. After years of advocacy and mounting evidence demonstrating the inadequacy of current payments, this legislation aims to fundamentally rebalance the support provided to these vulnerable populations. Have you been struggling to make ends meet on your current benefits? This adjustment could finally provide the financial breathing room that millions of Americans have been desperate for. Now, the question that's likely on your mind: do I qualify for this increased payment? According to the legislation details that have been made available, eligibility for the $2,780 monthly payment will be determined through a comprehensive evaluation of current benefit status and financial need. Recipients of Social Security retirement benefits, SSI, SSDI, and VA disability benefits will automatically be considered, with priority given to those who can demonstrate significant financial hardship or extraordinary medical expenses. Unlike previous benefit adjustments that applied universal percentage increases across all recipients, this initiative takes a more targeted approach, directing the substantial increase to those who need it most. Would your current situation qualify you for this enhanced benefit? The answer is likely yes. If you're currently receiving benefits and struggling to cover essential costs like housing, healthcare, medications, or food, the implementation timeline for these increased payments is remarkably aggressive compared to typical government programs. Once the vote passes next week, the Social Security Administration and Department of Veterans Affairs will immediately begin processing eligibility determinations, with the first payment scheduled to be distributed on May 15th. This accelerated timeline reflects the urgency lawmakers are finally acknowledging regarding the financial struggles faced by benefit recipients. For those who qualify, the impact will be immediate and substantial. An extra $2,780 deposited directly into your account each month beginning in just a few weeks. Isn't it about time that the government responded to the real financial needs of its most vulnerable citizens with this level of urgency? Let's talk about how the application process will work. As this is crucially important information for anyone hoping to receive the enhanced payment. For current benefit recipients, the good news is that the initial evaluation will be automatic. You will not need to submit a separate application to be considered for the increased payment. The Social Security Administration and VA will use existing information in your file to make a preliminary determination of eligibility. However, and this is extremely important, if you believe you qualify based on financial hardship or extraordinary medical expenses, you will have the opportunity to submit supplemental information to strengthen your case. This can be done through your online account portal or by contacting your local Social Security or VA office directly. Have you updated your information recently? Now would be the perfect time to ensure all your current financial and medical circumstances are accurately reflected in your file. Another critical aspect of this program is how it will affect eligibility for other assistance programs like Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, formerly food stamps, and housing assistance. Lawmakers have included specific provisions in the legislation to ensure that receiving this enhanced payment will not jeopardize your eligibility for these other essential support programs. The $2,780 monthly payment has been specifically designated as an essential need supplement that will not count toward income limits for means-tested programs. This thoughtful approach prevents recipients from facing the devastating choice between accepting this much-needed financial boost and maintaining access to health care, food assistance, or housing subsidies. Doesn't it make sense that increased support in one area shouldn't come at the expense of other critical assistance? For those who receive multiple types of benefits, for example, if you receive both SSDI and VA disability, you might be wondering how this will affect your specific situation. According to the information available, eligible recipients will receive one enhanced payment of $2,780. Regardless of how many different benefit programs they participate in, the payment amount is standardized, rather than varying based on previous benefit levels, which represents a significant departure from traditional benefit adjustment approaches. This standardized amount was determined based on comprehensive research into the actual costs faced by seniors and disabled Americans across different regions of the country, taking into account essential expenses like housing, healthcare, transportation, and nutrition. Now, I need to address something very important that accompanies any announcement like this: the inevitable wave of scams that will follow. Unfortunately, whenever there's news about increased benefits, scammers immediately begin targeting vulnerable recipients. Remember this critical information. Legitimate government agencies will never call, text, or email you asking for personal information or payment to process your benefit increase. They already have the information they need to determine your eligibility. If anyone contacts you claiming to be from Social Security, the VA, or a related government agency, and asks for your Social Security number, banking details, or requests any form of payment to process or expedite your increased benefit, it's definitely a scam. Have you already noticed an increase in suspicious calls or messages? Many of our viewers report being targeted within days of these types of announcements. Let's discuss the broader implications of this development. This historic benefit increase represents a fundamental shift in how the government approaches support for seniors, disabled Americans, and veterans. For decades, benefit adjustments have failed to keep pace with the true cost of living, forcing millions of recipients to make impossible choices between necessities like medication, food, and housing. The $2,780 monthly payment acknowledges this long-standing disparity and takes concrete action to address it. While critics may question the fiscal impact of such a substantial increase, supporters point to the broader economic benefits of ensuring that vulnerable populations can afford basic necessities and participate more fully in their communities. Wouldn't our entire society benefit when seniors and disabled individuals no longer have to choose between medicine and meals? You might be wondering about the political dynamics surrounding this vote. While benefit increases have traditionally been contentious along party lines, this particular legislation has gained surprising bipartisan support. After months of negotiation, lawmakers from both major parties have recognized the urgent need to address the financial insecurity faced by benefit recipients. The scheduled vote is expected to pass with substantial support from both sides of the aisle, reflecting a rare moment of political consensus around supporting vulnerable Americans. This bipartisan backing significantly increases the likelihood that the program will be implemented as planned, with the first $2,780 payments beginning on May 15th as scheduled. For those planning ahead, it's important to understand how this increased payment might affect your long-term financial planning. As we approach this historic vote, and the subsequent implementation of the 2,780 monthly payments, I recommend taking several preparatory steps to ensure you're positioned to benefit fully. First, verify that your direct deposit information is current and accurate in the system. Second, make sure your contact information is up to date, including your mailing address, phone number, and email. Third, if you have experienced significant financial hardship or have extraordinary medical expenses that might not be fully reflected in your file, gather documentation that you can submit if needed. Being proactive now could make the difference between receiving the enhanced payment with the first distribution on May 15th or facing potentially lengthy delays. Before I wrap up this breaking news announcement, I want to emphasize once more how critical it is to stay informed about developments affecting your benefits. The landscape of Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits is constantly evolving, often with little public notice. By subscribing to this channel and enabling notifications, you'll ensure you never miss vital information that could significantly impact your financial well-being. Our dedicated team monitors these developments around the clock, bringing you verified, accurate information the moment it becomes available. If you found this information valuable, and I'm confident you did, please take a moment to hit that like button and share this video with anyone you know who receives Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits. Your support allows us to continue providing these crucial updates, and sharing this video could help someone else access this life-changing information before the May 15th payment date. Remember to keep a close eye on our channel for updates as the speaker's vote approaches next week and the implementation plan unfolds. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more essential updates about your benefits and financial security.